All right, if you need help with the Webquest from Monday or Tuesday if you're in B Day, you came to the right spot. All right, so this stuff you should know already because freaking hey, we've done biosphere, biome, we've done this a bunch of times, or at least 3 times. But if you need help, all right, I'm gonna help you. But eventually, you're gonna need to know what this is. All right, what's the biosphere? That's the area on Earth where all life exists. Basically, all the life on Earth makes up the biosphere. You guys all heard of an atmosphere? That's all the air around the Earth. The geosphere is all the like the rock and dirt on Earth, and the hydrosphere is all the water on Earth, whether it's in the ocean, lakes, or if it's in the air as like clouds. Biome. All right. We've had this term before, so we should be familiar with it. A biome is a large area that has similar climate, and has similar types of plants and animals living there. All right, so you have desert biomes. You can look, you can see like this brown. That's desert. This brown right here, and here in Australia, that's desert. You can barely see it. The dark green, that's tropical rainforest right here in Africa and here in South America. So this desert biome right here in northern Africa has similar types of plants and animals living there because it's a desert biome. Ecosystem. That is all of the living organisms in an area and the non living environment. So, all the living organisms in an area and the non living environment, that's an ecosystem. Now, the area, how big is the area? I mean, it can be whatever you want. You can have an ecosystem just in a drop of water. You get some pond water and get just one drop of it and put it on a microscope slide. You're going to see a bunch of living things living there. So it could be as small as a drop of water. It could be as large as uh, like a national park. Community, we're getting a little smaller. So community is not it's all the living organisms in an area, but it's not the non-living environment. So it's just the biotic factors. So community is all of the living organisms in an area. And once again, that area can be whatever size you want. It could be Tulare Western High School. It could be the city of Tulare. It could be, you know, uh, Sequoia National Park. But everything living in an area, that's a community. Population, we're getting smaller. You can see it's just all butterflies here. So population is all the members of one species in an area. All the people in Tulare, that's the population of Homo sapiens humans in Tulare. But if you're going to do a population of squirrels in Tulare, that's going to be a different number. If you're going to do population of trees in Tulare, that's a different number. So it's all the members of one species in an area, and the smallest is a species, and those are similar organisms, similar organisms that can mate and make healthy slash fertile offspring. So I mean, like we've some of you guys probably heard, probably some of you guys haven't, but a lion and a tiger, they can have babies, and they make what's called a liger, or depending on it, could be a tigon. So lions and tigers can have babies. They can have offspring, but the ligers, two ligers can't have baby ligers because the only way you can get another liger is you got to get another uh, lion and another tiger to make another liger. So lions and tigers are not the same species because their babies are not healthy and they're not fertile. They can't have babies of their own. All right, list three factors that will increase the size of a population. We're only going to do two because that's all you need to know. So, how can a population go up? Like, how can the population of Tulare increase or grow up? One way is births. Every time a baby is born, guess what? Population of Tulare goes up by one. And another one is immigration. Immigration. Anytime someone moves into Tulare, one person, the population goes up by one. So births and immigration make a population go up. Now I'm going to put two factors that make a population go down because you're only going to need to know two. Deaths. Anytime someone dies in Tulare, guess what? Population of Tulare goes down by one person. And the opposite of immigration is emigration. Anytime someone moves out of Tulare, the population goes down. All right, so we're going to do this for this one. We don't need to do these three because you don't need to know them. So if you did them, great. If you didn't, don't worry about it. How are communities and ecosystems different? All right. Communities. Oh, let me make this. Oh, communities are all the living organisms in an area, and an ecosystem is the same but includes the non living environment. So, a community is everything living in an area. Once again, it could be, you know, not as big as you want, but I mean, it can be a big area. It could be Yosemite National Park. That's the community. Everything living in Yosemite National Park will be the community. The ecosystem is all the things living in Yosemite Park, but also the non living environment, like the water, the temperature, the soil conditions. Let's see. Every factor in an ecosystem depends on every other factor, either directly or indirectly. Use blah to identify three possible threats to ecosystems. All right, so I'm gonna put a couple. These are usually all man made. Usually, these threats to ecosystems are almost always made by man. They're usually never made by like a monkey or a shark. It's usually always humans. And some threats to ecosystems. One is pollution. Pollution threatens ecosystems. Habitat destruction. Sometimes you'll say that's like deforestation, but it doesn't have to be a forest. It could be, when you destroy the habitat of organisms, it's going to threaten ecosystems. Another one is what's called invasive species. And there's more. I mean, there's hunting to extinction. There's more. There's like insecticides. Things that kill bugs or kill plants or whatever. So those are always invasive species are species that do not belong in an area. So if you brought like an African lion to California, that'd be an invasive species because it does not belong in California. Lions belong in Africa. So all right, those are three ways. What is biodiversity? Bio means life. Diversity means like a variety. Variety. So like I have a friend, all she likes is black jelly beans. So all she wants are the black ones. That's her favorite. So she doesn't want much diversity. All she wants is a bag of black jelly beans. But most people like diversity. They like the green ones, the red ones, the white ones, the yellow ones, all the different colors. So bio means life, diversity means a variety. So biodiversity means uh, uh how much variety of living organisms an area has. So if it has a bunch of different things living there, a bunch of different plants, a bunch of different living animals, that's high in biodiversity. Like things like deserts where you only see cactus and maybe like a rattlesnake and maybe a tarantula and a jackrabbit, that'd be low biodiversity. So if there's a bunch of different things living there, that's high biodiversity. If there's not that many different things living there, that's low biodiversity. Genetic diversity and ecological diversity. Boink. Do that. Why is biodiversity important? So why do we care? Like, like the rainforest in South America, it's being burned down, it's being cut down, it's deforestation, and it's cutting the biodiversity in that area. Well, why is biodiversity important? Well, uh, we get food from nature, and we also get most of our medications. So biodiversity is important because not only will we get food, from nature, we get our crops and we get our, you know, plants and animals that we eat, but also all of our most of our medications come from plants, usually in like the tropical regions. So there might be a cure for who knows, cancer down there somewhere. But if we're going to burn down all the rainforests, we're not going to find it because we're going to be lowering the biodiversity in that area. Three or four threats to biodiversity. You can just do this. You can go like this. Wink. Copy and paste because it's basically the same question. And I guess I can't paste, so I gotta type it. All right. So pollution, invasive species, and what's another one? Hunting to extinction. Hunting organisms until they're extinct. Hunting to extinction. Like in the 1800s, we almost killed all the buffaloes in North America because we hunted them till they were almost done, till they're almost extinct. And hey, that's it. Wow, that's the shortest thing. That didn't even take me very long. All right, so that's your Webquest. So today you guys are doing a gizmos on food webs. It's pretty easy. So everybody should have this done, and I will see you guys next time.